Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Crockett Show in social media history. I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone. Say, man, every night, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, you know how I get down. And who am I? I'm the 5-star general. I'm batting 1,000 HISD. I'm coming for you with everything I got. And you really wish now that I had won that school board race, because I'm far more dangerous sitting outside of the building. You got Skillin' Jones going on, but I didn't hit you again. Let's get it, baby. Say, man, I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and tell you thank you for taking the time out to tune in, because you know without you guys, I would not have a show at all. So you are the most important people that I know at this point in my life as far as dealing with what I'm dealing with. Now, we all know I'm swinging for justice on a daily basis. I'm swinging for justice on a daily basis against the most corrupt entity that you could ever lay eyes on, which is the Houston Independent School District. So tonight, everybody that I normally tell you is watching is watching. I know the fallout last night was great, but what I want you guys to do, I need you to push the share button on the video, man. I need you to share it to every group, every person you know, because I'm finna split HISD wig tonight and let Millard House know you might want to sit down with the OG, because I got more. I got more coming, baby. In my Ice Cube voice, it ain't over, man. I told you it wasn't over. Man, I'm going to keep swinging for the fences. Even during the holiday, I'm going to hit you with everything I got. Why? Because you need to be put out of business. If you don't want to clean it up, you need to be put out of business. Now, we all know that yesterday, the former board president, Rhonda Skillin Jones, an unsealed indictment by the FBI was done, and the U.S. Attorney's Office in the federal building struck a blow to African-American politicians in the city of Houston. And I could talk about Skillin Jones again today, and I will talk about that to a certain degree. But tonight I want to talk about something else. I want you to push the share button. Share this video. I want to talk to you about something that I worked on in the summer. And now tonight, the gifts just keep on coming. Man, get on the phone and call your partner. Tell them that I need to be watching 5-star right now, because I'm finna strike a blow. See, I learned a long time ago that the only way that you can handle some of these billion-dollar corporations is to affect their bottom line. You got to hurt their money. You got to hurt their money. In the summer, I met a teacher who ended up being a client. And she worked for Energize for STEM, the in-school charter school that was in HISD. There were major problems over at Energize for STEM. And one of the board members is former HISD trustee Paula Harris. I got the information that I got. I analyzed it. I went through it. I verified it. It was all good. Energize for STEM was in a partnership with a company called Blazenbrook Academy. Blazenbrook Academy is a vendor through the HISD school system. And their job was to supply enrichment services and tutors. Enrichment services could be after school programs, and tutors to tutor the kids when they needed help. Well, upon digging off into it, I located the actual physical address of Blazenbrook Academy, which was not an academy. It was just actually a little bitty office building. And remember, they're supposed to supply after school programs and tutoring. Well, what Blazenbrook Academy was doing was supplying teachers for Energize for STEM. It was like they were what we call those temporary service. But the problem with Blazenbrook Academy is they were not contracted to supply teachers for the Houston Independent School District through Energize for STEM. Now, there's been major problems with Energize for STEM for years, but they've made millions and millions and millions of dollars off the Houston Independent School District, which is our tax money. Okay. Once I figured out that they were supplying teachers, the teacher supplied me a copy of her actual check stub, which no taxes were being taken out of her check stub. They hired her at $54,000 a year, but her ending salary for that year was only $45,000. So that means $9,000 was missing. It was missing. And I appreciate my friend that sent me this. I was really in a funk today with all this stuff that was going on with HISD, and I thought I was going to have a breakdown, but this done woke me up because I can't break down right now. Didn't even know this was going on, what I'm about to tell you. So I'm going to put up the other screen, and we're going to talk about Blazenbrook Academy. Houston ISD moves to sever contract with vendor amid investigation into possible conflict of interest. Now, as much as we fought over the years to get Energized for STEM out of our school district, I set them on a mission this summer and told them that, hold on a sec, got to tell my friend something. And I sent them on a mission to prove that what Blazenbrook Academy was doing with Energize for STEM was not only a violation of tax laws, because they were not taking state and federal taxes out of these people's checks at all. That was a violation of tax laws. It was a violation of the actual contract that they had with HISD, because Energize for STEM should be able to hire their own teachers. Now, when you're hired through Blazenbrook Academy for Energize for STEM, you can't call the district office when you have a problem. You can't file an official complaint. Everything is done through Mr. Brook, who, when approached by teachers, has a cocky attitude. He has a very nasty and cocky attitude. But guess what? I got a nasty and cocky attitude too, partner. I'm going to tell you, man, y'all probably wishing I had won the school board race over there at HISD, because I wouldn't be able to do none of this right now. But maybe God wanted me outside the building. But in all actuality, I was the decoy to make sure that my friends won. I needed them to win. And I needed to be able to continue to do what I do, because I have a bigger picture for me, and we're now starting to see it with my run for state representative. But back to Blazenbrook Academy. Let's go into this so you can get a clear understanding of what has been going on with Blazenbrook Academy. HISD wants to kill the contract. This is a day after the Rhonda Skilling-Jones debacle. And let's read this. The Houston Independent School District already embroiled in a bribery scandal involving its former chief operating officer said Friday it has moved to terminate the contract with a vendor amid an investigation into potential conflict of interest involving the company and the employee. And an employee. HISD confirmed the investigation after the Houston Chronicle began asking district officials about a potential conflict of interest involving District Administrator Reginald Bush and Blazenbrook Academy, LLC, a company that contracts with the district for providing tutoring services. So what did I tell you? That they have a contract for enrichment and for tutoring. But guess who was doing the tutoring? Oh, I need you to see me for real. The man had the janitor doing tutoring after school. No no educational certification, may not have had a degree. The janitor was doing tutoring. Ain't too much tutoring was going on. But let's get back to what we're talking about. All right. So now we'll go to the next paragraph. Let's make sure that we are where we need to be. Bush is a former principal at Cashmere High School who most recently served as one of the district's 32 school support officers. His name was listed among managers of a governing board for Blazenbrook Academy in June 2016, filing with the Texas Secretary of State. The district issued a statement to the Chronicle acknowledging it previously had been made aware of allegations regarding potential conflict of interest involving a vendor and an employee. They were previously notified in the summer. By who? The 5-star general. Let's go. All right, let's go back. Upon learning of the allegations, the district began an investigation that is being conducted by an external firm. That's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want inside district officials to investigate this. All right. As a result of the ongoing investigation, no further comment will be provided at this time. In HISD, we take the procurement process and the awarding of vendor contracts seriously while maintaining high expectations for vendors and for staff. On Friday afternoon, HISD sent the Chronicle an updated statement that in addition, the district has sent notice of termination of its contract with the vendor. District trustees approved a contract with Blazenbrook, which describes itself as a professional consultant firm for tutorial services in October 2017. The Texas Education Agency confirmed to the Chronicle it had received a complaint regarding the company, but declined to elaborate, saying in a statement, this is an ongoing TEA matter. It cannot be discussed further. Bush forwarded an email asking for comment to the district's press office. Further attempts to contact him were unsuccessful. Patrick Brooks, the owner of Blazenbrook, told a reporter last week he started the company in 1990. I'm the only owner of this company, he said in a brief telephone call. Brooks did not elaborate on whether he had done business with Bush. He said, I know more than one Reggie Bush. He did not respond to a follow-up email showing him the filing with the Secretary of State's office. Confirmation of the investigation came 2 days before federal prosecutors announced an indictment against the former chief operating officer who's accused of participating in a bribery scheme that saw HISD overbill $7 million by a company hired to perform ground maintenance and landscaping at several schools. 4 other former district employees were also implicated in that 26-count indictment. I just skipped a couple of lines. Procurement procedures review. In comment related to the Busby incident Thursday, Millard House said he had ordered reviews of the district internal team and systems for contracting and vendors, as well as a review of procurement procedures before he was even aware of charges against the former top official. I knew the job was going to be hard, House said. We have 50 failing schools and we must transform. We must overhaul our special ed services and we have to rebuild some of our schools. To do this, I need thousands of exceptional educators to join the district, and we must regain the trust of Houston parents and taxpayers. Hold on, let's take a break. Y'all listening? Stay locked in because it's going to get good. Because I'm finna hit you in your head, man. I can promise you that. Hold on a second. Let's make sure that we got what we need. All right, hold on. Let's go here. Okay, let's make sure that we got what we need. Okay, all right. So now we'll go back to our screen. Make sure our screen is up. And now let's go back to our screen. Okay, make sure I didn't move this cursor. Okay, there we go. Oh man. Okay. Records show Blazenbrook Academy was awarded a contract for tutoring services at the board October 12th, 2017 meeting. I want to stop right there. Who was the board president when that contract was awarded? Former board president Rhonda Skilling Jones. Let's keep going, baby. A filing with the Better Business Bureau show the company has been in business for at least 11 years. Invoices obtained under the Texas Public Information show the company provided a total of $500,000 over the last year in tutoring service to Burris Elementary, Cornelius Elementary, Cashmere High School, Key Middle School, McGowan Elementary. The invoice show the company provided tutoring services in areas such as math, English, language, arts. Since mid-December 2018, the district has paid Blazenbrook just over $1 million, according to HISD online check registry, including $21,760 payment this past Thursday. Bush was named as principal at Cashmere in June 2018, as serving as the principal at Cashmere Garden Elementary for 3 years, according to the district. Records show Bush became a school support officer, a role tasked with supporting and supervising principals at several schools in June. The district paid $10 million to $11 million a year on tutoring service, paying out $11.2 million during the fiscal 2021 school year. Records show the company contract with HISD was set to expire in January 2023. HISD policies prohibit school district employees, such as administrators, from conducting outside business that would impair their judgment. No superintendent, business manager, or any person holding a title, any position or employment under said board shall be directly or indirectly interested in any purchase, sale, business work, or contract, the expense, price, or consideration of which is to be paid from the school funds of said school district. The policy also states that anybody violating this provision shall be discharged from services. Bush did not list any work outside organizations in semi-annual disclosure statements covering period September 2014 to September 2016, according to a copy of his personnel file obtained through an open records request. HISD policy also requires the district to refer any resolved questions or problematic recommendations to a conflict of interest review committee for review of possible violations. Business ethic experts and other public education leaders told the Chronicle such lapses in disclosure could trigger serious penalties, which could impact not just Bush, but other employees who played a role in the matter. Other concerns have to do with optics for the school district that serves the public. Educators must base their decisions on what is best for schools and students. They need to make sure that they can do the best they can do to make sure they have whatever they're responsible for. The organization is getting the best value. Let's go in here. So here we go. Mr. House, the reason you initiated an investigation is because in the summer I got wind of this and I had a closed door virtual meeting with the superintendent. At that time, we discussed several different things. And one of those things, and that was in August, was Blazenbrook Academy. Blazenbrook Academy has no right to hire teachers. They have no right to issue payroll. These teachers should be working for Energize for STEM. But that leads me back to the beginning. Who was the board president? Who was the board president when Energize's contract was renewed? I remember that night, even though I don't get along with some of them, the teachers union was against the contract. Hold on, y'all. making sure. Hold on. Let me make sure. And stay in my inbox while I'm doing this. The board president was Rhonda Skilling Jones when that contract was renewed. At the time, Blazenbrook Academy was doing tutoring services at Cashmere High School, which was the principal at Cashmere was Principal Reggie Bush, who they're now saying may have been a board member or a partner in Blazenbrook's. You see what I'm saying? And the thing, yes, Salethia Williams, contact me 832-933-3447. That's my business number, 329333447. Mr. Brooks was the principal, and that was a total conflict of interest if he was at that time, because I'm going on what was, this article. If he was at that time, he shouldn't have been that. But my focus is on Blazenbrook Academy in a whole. First of all, Energize for STEM has been siphoning millions and millions of dollars from us through paying for property rentals and all kinds of stuff. Millions and millions of dollars. The kids don't get a quality education over there. So when I spoke to the superintendent, I expressed my concern in regards to this contract. Now, let me tell you this, because a lot of people don't know this part. Former board member, and I don't give a damn, Paula Harris reached out to an HISD official to send word to me that all of my concerns in the summer had been addressed. She's a board member for Energize for STEM at the moment. Well, guess what I told him? I don't know if you got the message, baby, but what I told him was tell her, I don't give a damn if they fixed it. The problem is that you are in violation. You are in violation. I'm talking about, it's so much. It's so much. Tons of teachers not being paid properly. So if a teacher is missing $9,000 off their yearly salary, who got that $9,000? We don't even want to talk about PPP loans for Blazenbrook Academy or Energize for STEM, because they hit the jackpot with them PPP loans, well over $2 million. So if you got that kind of money, why couldn't you pay the teachers on time, Mr. Brooks? You wouldn't pay them on time. You wouldn't pay them all their money. And if they raised any hell, y'all got them up out of there, including Lois Bullock. So, Mr. Superintendent, I appreciate you doing what you needed to do, but I think you a day late and a dollar short. When I give you an assignment, dude, you jump on it right then. You knew what it was. TEA knew what it was. TEA is just as complicit as the Houston Independent School District because they are allowing these people to violate the law. The kickbacks are there. So where's that $9,000 per teacher that you may have beat them out of? Where did that money go? Did it go to Blazenbrook, or did it go to Blazenbrook and Lois Bullock at Eastham, or did it just go to Miss Bullock? Because Blazenbrook had their own contract for after-school enrichment, which you were not providing. And Blazenbrook also had a contract for tutoring, which you were not providing. But let's go on and drop some nuggets on HISD. Let's drop some nuggets, because I'm not here to play with y'all no more. What you gonna do? I'm gonna come to the next meeting, you gonna try to ban me again? You're gonna be appealing another $300,000 because we're gonna bust your head open again. I'm gonna say what I need to say in these board meetings. So let's drop some nuggets. How many eSTEM schools are there? If you're watching, Mr. Paul Bencourt, take notes. How many eSTEM schools are there? Is there 3? Is there 4? Is there 5? Well, I tell you what, Mr. Brooks and Miss Lois Bullock, I tell you what I found out, that one of your schools do not exist. That not only did you play with attendance records, which affects federal funding, you also played with actual grades for students. You have a school that does not exist with a bunch of made up students. And what you did is you changed their ID numbers by 1 or 2 numbers. Yeah, let's talk business. You board members that approved that contract. See, I remember when you came up for the contract a few years back in 17. Do you remember the private meeting that y'all had with Energize for STEM at former President James Douglas of the NAACP's home? Who was on the board then? Why were you guys conducting board business outside of the board room? Can somebody tell me? And any one of y'all that got a problem with what I'm saying, sue me, take me to court, because I get discovery. Clowns, you were conducting business outside of the boardroom again. And this was after the audit of TEA. So you basically looked at TEA and said, the hell with you, we're going to do what we want to do. So Blazenbrook has a whole school that they've been getting paid for that does not exist. Made up students, last names changed by 1 or 2 letters. So if you went to look for these made up students, you would never find them. Now, the way that was figured out is there was I guess they were doing some type of seminar or something for school nurses. And your nurse from your main building went to that seminar. I know because I spoke to her in the summer. And you know what? When she signed in, she saw all of these nurses at Blazenbrook's Academy, and she noticed one academy that did not exist. So where is this place located? Now, you know one thing, HISD. If I say it, I know it. And if I know it, it's the truth. And we can bet the house on it. You have a ghost school that millions of dollars have been made off of through your in-school charter program that does not exist. And this is through Energize for STEM, whose contract should have been canceled a long time ago. A long time ago. It should have been canceled. No. I'm batting 1,000 right now. Millard, I'm going to keep you busy during the Christmas holidays. Old St. Nick will not come down the chimney at your house unless it's in the form of federal investigators who are trying to shut this thing down. You see what I'm saying? So, hold on a second, you guys, and then we're going to get back into it. Hold on. Let me go up in here. I got to fix something real quick. Right here. Bear with me, and then we're going to get right back into it. Hold on. Just give me a second. Hold on. So the thing is, hold on. I don't know what's wrong with this damn thing. So the thing is Blazenbrook Academy is a fraud. Maybe they were supplying those services at regular HISD schools because there's far more oversight on that than it is at this charter school. But you were not providing it at Energize for STEM. Do we want to talk about special ed at Energize for STEM? Because you're getting special ed money and you're not providing any services to special ed children at all. At all. Let me tell you how they work. When I lock on you, I ain't letting you go. So if you think this stops tonight, HISD, I am on a tear. Now, what I recommend is the Houston Independent School District officials schedule an appointment with me. And let's sit down and talk about everything I got. Because if I keep on going the way that I'm going, the hell with TEA coming through the building, they might just shut you down completely. They might just shut you down completely. You think you can handle me, Mr. House? Let me tell you this here, brother. I ain't got no beef with you. You brand new to this. But you're going to step up to the plate and do what you need to do, or I'm going to make you look like the country boy that you really is. I'm going to make you look like a country boy, because this city boy, I wake up early in the morning with this brother. I wake up early in the morning spanking HISD, and I'm going to keep spanking them. So now let's talk about the board members. Let's talk about them. You guys that were on the board that renewed that contract, how much money y'all get out the deal? The board president at the time was Rhonda Skillerin Jones. I know how she voted. I know how all the black school board members voted that night. You voted for that contract. The only ones that didn't vote for that contract, if I'm correct, were Elizabeth Santos, I think Holly Villaseca, and I think Ann Sung and Sue Dygard. But you guys had enough votes to push that thing through. No, it wasn't Sue or Deanna Davila. She didn't vote for it. I applaud them because you shouldn't have voted for it. See, I don't get along with some of these people some days, but when they do the right thing, I gotta really applaud them for doing the right thing. And that night they did the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? But HISD, you black ones, all of y'all need to be under investigation for renewing that contract. So what that tells me, if you're still sitting on the board, which here's the problem, none of them are. None of them are. Then you need to be investigated outside of the building by law enforcement, because y'all done played this game too long. So what I want you to do, I got some G strings for some of y'all right now, because you shaking like booty meat in the city of Houston. Y'all that's elected officials, because your hands are all over this. Your hands have been all over everything that was majorly money in HISD. That's the reason I threw that money at y'all that night in that school board meeting. See, y'all out here robbing our kids blind, but you ain't got no money for teacher raises. You out here robbing our kids blind, but our kids can't get no laptops on the black and brown side of town. You out here robbing our kids blind. You feel what I'm saying? And we don't have the basic necessities in our schools. But then you make excuses when you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Well, I'm the cookie monster, and I'm chewing y'all up right now, and I'm going to keep chewing y'all up. You new board members need to walk into the January meeting and say, anything that's talking about a bond for $3 billion needs to be put on hold until an investigative audit is done of the procurement department in the Houston Independent School District. You need to purge every single person that has multiple vendor contracts and get them out the building. That's what needs to happen. Now, if you were voted in on the school board, I expect for you to be the maverick that you promised us you would be. And I'm going to be sitting there watching. And the first time you nine don't show up and show out, I'm going to give you the business. I'm going to give you the business. Ain't no discussions about no bond right now. See, that's the reason they didn't want me in the boardroom, because they knew I knew these things. They knew I knew these things. So you black ministers that got your hands all up in our school business, you better get your fingers up out of our school district before you be closer to God in the penitentiary than you could ever imagine. You black politicians that got your hands all up in our school district and you robbing and raping our kids blind, you better sit your behind down. You sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Because your days of taking our tax money, raising our property taxes and all this stuff here is over. Your days of raping our children and not providing a quality education is over. We're not pulling them up out of our schools. You're not closing our schools. You're going to fix our schools. And any one of you board members that can't line it up right now, I got something for you. So let's exclude the two new ones. Let's exclude Bridget Wade and Kendall Baker. These the babies of the board. So let's talk to you other 7. You want to play Russian roulette with me right now? Because I got dirt on all 7 of y'all. I got dirt on all 7 of y'all. And I don't have no problem making sure that they put every single one of y'all in the same county jail cell. You better line it up and get your mind right. Now, all you groups out there that like to be all up in their ass, yeah, you're going to get it tonight. Cover the kids' ears. All you special interest groups that got your hand and your face all up in their ass, you better step back, because I got dirt on all of y'all. See, I do this for a living. So all I do is research. You better step back and shut up. Man, what you got? I got financial information on you cats. I got your texts. I got your emails. But we're a private organization. I don't give a damn what you are. I got you. Now step back. Either fix my school district and give my babies the education that we all know that they should be getting, or a whole bunch of people gonna understand what I mean when I say I'm about to fuck up the church's money. Yeah. So how much is Blazenbrook gonna lose? You're gonna lose quite a few dollars, man. You're gonna lose millions and millions of dollars. I need y'all to push the share button on this. I need to get these likes up. Can I get some likes, man? Can the man that lay it on the line every day for the kids, can I get some likes and some hearts, some hand claps or something? Because ain't nobody doing it like me. So that means Myrna Guidry, line it up. Patricia Allen, line it up. That means Elizabeth Santos, that union can't protect you from me. Line it up. Judith Cruz, Danny Hernandez, line it up. Because I'm going to have y'all, you ain't going to be thinking by Christmas. Old St. Nick, you going to think I look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The difference being, I'm Rudolph and I like the back kick and kick your teeth out your mouth. So guess what? Y'all got some problems. Another vendor? More corruption? The whole procurement department should be fired at this point. HR should be fired at this point. Everybody in there should be gone. And you board members that are still there that voted on this contract, which I don't think there's any left, you guys. But if you did vote for this contract, you should resign your position immediately. See, let me tell you what this is, man. This is a hostile takeover. This is a hostile takeover. And I'm going to keep giving you the business. And you trolls out there, all I want you to do is anger me. And you can kiss your school district goodbye. Man, if I unload this stuff that I got right now, man, on y'all people, we don't survive this. We don't survive it. So what I'm doing is strategically dropping things for them to look at and address. And you're going to be in the news quite a bit. See, I think somebody told me, man, you lost your touch, 5-star, because I've been on the road and I've been helping other communities, but I had to come home and show you, man. It's like riding a bicycle. I started this goddamn gangster shit. And y'all out there, I love it from Superman 3. Kneel to me, the superintendent, because you are not the most important. Well, you are the most important person in the school district. I got to give you your card. But you are not the most powerful person. I am. And I embrace my power. I don't abuse my power. I use it for the greater good, which is our children. Blazenbrook Academy has been outsourcing teachers to Energize for STEM, which is a violation of their contract, which is a violation of IRS laws because you were not cutting taxes. You had these people on a 1099 when they should have been on a W-2. These people didn't have access to insurance, nothing. You're not cutting no Social Security, nothing. And you sitting here thinking this a game with me? Man, this ain't no game, bro. This ain't no game, bro. I am on a mission to say, I'm going to tell you how they go right now. I got so much on y'all. Rosa Hernandez at Welch needs to come up missing. Carlotta Brown and her whole administrative team that's been cheating on these STAR tests need to come up missing. And some of you principals that sit out there, oh, I'm safe. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm coming to visit. And when old 5-star comes to visit, I bring gifts. And I'm bringing you exactly what you've been bringing our kids. Blazenbrook Academy is in violation of the contract that they signed to be a vendor and to provide outreach. Energize for STEM is in violation of their contract. And now I think it's time for my good friend, my fellow Republican, Ken Paxton, to get involved in this. The Attorney General of the state of Texas needs to come down with everything in their power. But Ken, I need you to be fair. Your Texas Education Agency knows exactly what's been going on. So that means that the person that's over that, Mike Moraff, you need to go to your friend, the lieutenant governor and the governor, and tell them that this man needs to be removed because they knew that Peck was cheating on the STAR test. They know about Blazenbrook Academy with all the emails and the complaints that have been filed, and they did nothing. I also feel that the person over the Texas Education Agency, that position should not be an appointed position. That position should be a voted position. The Texas state legislature need to make that position a position that they vote on. So, Ken, if you got to come down on them, you need to come down on TEA. Because TEA is just as complicit in all of this as the Houston Independent School District. Now, y'all out there, like the union, you better sit your $5 ass down too. Rita Thomas with the bus drivers and the custodians, you already got a speech impediment. I'm gonna make you lose your voice. You better sit down and be quiet because you know what I got on you. Oh, and by the way, ain't nothing I got on you a copy and paste. Nothing. You people are dirty. And y'all need to just play fast so we can get this thing in order. And then once we get it in order and you can take care of the kids, I realistically don't give a damn how much money you steal. But the agreement is you're going to take care of every black kid, every white kid, every Asian kid, every Latino kid, every immigrant kid, every LGBTQ kid. You're going to take care of every last single one of them. Because if you don't, I'm going to implode your school district. And I'm not going to implode it with lies. I'm going to implode it with the truth. See, y'all sloppy. So now I want to talk to the elected officials who have the power to do some things. You have the power to do some things, and some things you like to do, you like to take to the streets. Man, I already talked to my people in Houston today. This is business. This is business. Don't make it personal. Trust me, you don't want to make it personal at all. This is business. Let me read Karen Yvette's comment. I understand what and why you're doing. Rhonda has helped me personally, and I think, well, I can't comment. It's like when your sister, shall I say anymore? So I get it, Gary Monroe. I have no comment. I want to cry. Well, cry me a river, because I'm going to tear that ass up. I'm going to tear her ass up along with tearing up the rest of them. Cry me a goddamn river. I got kids that can't read, man. I got kids that's graduating that can't spell their name, man. And these people got the money to get us the interventionists in special ed. They got the money to provide us with tutors after school. They entrusted Blazenbrook Academy to provide tutorial services, and they went got the janitor. I'm not making this up, y'all. They went got the janitor to do tutorial services. We're paying them over $1 million a year to have somebody that clean the toilets with no degree, no certification to tutor our children. Is that the best that we can get? A shit cleaner to tutor our children? This is how you think of us. Y'all that's taking these kickbacks from these people. This is how you think of us. You have a man who's been defrauding our school district with after-school tutorial services. By providing shit cleaners to educate our children. So I don't give a fuck if Mr. Brooks was your friend. I don't give a damn if Rhonda Skilling Jones was your friend. I don't give a damn if Lois Bullock was your partner. Nothing and no one is more important than these kids at all. And for those that don't understand why I'm doing it, I don't give a damn. I'm going to keep giving y'all the business, man. I'm going to keep giving y'all the business, man. This is sad. Bring them people in here and do what they need to do, bro. Because this we ain't gonna solve this. And we either got two options. TEA can take over the school district, which I'm not in favor of, or you just need to wipe it clean. You have to. Our babies can't read and write. Our babies can't do basic mathematics, and they're 17 years old and they're graduating high school. Our babies are graduating so that they can go work at Burger King. White America on the west side of Houston, I need you to stand down and clearly understand. You have been the benefactor of everything that your children were supposed to get. But the kids on my side of town, they ain't got nothing out the deal. All the politicians getting rich. All of the nonprofits getting rich. And our kids getting nothing out the deal. We finna stand up on you in a way that you ain't never seen in your life. We need to drain the swamp like Abrevia Miller said. It's time to drain it. And Mr. House, I'm going to be honest with you. You ain't built to handle me. Your general counsels ain't built to handle me. Your administrative team ain't built to handle me. At all. Not at all. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath, brother. And I want you to realize that I control the pieces on this chessboard right now. And all you elected officials out there, whether you Black Girl Magic or whoever, Republican or Democrat, if you ain't straight, I'm coming see you. I'm coming see you. So when I dial your phone and you see that name pop up, you better answer it. When I walk into your office, you better make sure that I am accommodated. When I come to your school, be nice as you can be. Because if you anger me, I will just tell the truth. And I know for a fact that when it's all said and done, if I start telling the truth, it's a whole lot of money ain't gonna be made. You feel me? It's a whole lot of money that ain't gonna be made. Y'all have made enough. And I mean what I say. So now you got to ask yourself a question. Can I play Russian roulette with a tech? Can you? Can I go to war with the war? Will I survive the war with 5-star? I don't know. I don't know how you gonna come. I don't know what you gonna do. You may try to do everything in your power to shut me down. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'm gonna tell you this. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna destroy you, your family, and everything about you. For these kids, I will leave it on the floor. And last thing, I don't even need my full hour. I got 10 minutes. I could rant and rave on. Last thing, I told you, make sure that you don't make this personal. Make sure that you don't make this personal. Because if you do, it's going to be hell to pay the cap. It's a reason I'm the best in the business. Every night, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Get on the phone and call them. Oh, by the way, I got the file for the Skillin Jones situation. We'll talk about that Monday. Because I am the 5-star general. You right, Alan. Silverback gorilla style. You never were built to deal with me. So now you got to pay what you owe, HISD. Until Monday, I'll holler at you.